very pleasant good evening from Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, where tonight is the Big West Conference opener for the University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine as they play host to the Roadrunners of CSU Bakersfield. And this is Game On, presented by Bank of Hawaii for Rainbow Wahine Volleyball. Happy Aloha Friday, everybody. Scott Robbs, glad to have Lisa Strand back from her world tour. And of course, Ryan Clay. Susie, also glad to have these lays, thanks in part to the University of Hawaii marketing department. We greatly appreciate it. All right, Hawaii's also back, like Lisa, after spending last weekend in Fort Worth, Texas at the fight at the fort. And let's see how Hawaii did. They dropped the opener to TCU in 4 and then bounced back nicely the following 2 days, sweeping both Western Carolina and a pretty good Florida State team. But as you can imagine, it's that loss to TCU that still bothers Robin.
I thought we were doing pretty good. You know, we just this, I think up to 10 or 11, and then we just kind of went up on that one. And I think in the first set alone, I feel like decision making could have been just a little bit better. What we said after the game, I think just mentality wise, we could definitely handle, the ammunition that they were giving. We just mentally just wasn't playing whatever we needed to do.
I will say we had a long talk in the locker room after that TCU match. There was a lot said, but there was just kind of a general consensus that we needed to come out just every day the same exact speed. So whether we're playing the last team or the first team, it all has to be one speed, and we just had to keep that momentum.
We're happy with our 2 games that we did win, but our TCU win, we definitely know we could have played a much better game. And like I said, we come out learning from that. So something Coach Nick has always told us is win or learn. We just have to really focus on executing from the start. We can't have slow starts, and especially going to our conference, we should be dominating every game. So really working on coming out hard and really establishing ourselves as the dominant team is something that we really need to focus on. But I think we did a much better job as the weekend went on.
Well, after last week's road trip, once again for the 4th week in a row, the Big West Conference Center of the Week was Hawaii's own Kate Lang. And there you see 13.40 assists per match. She had a couple of kills, got in on a couple of blocks, but 4 weekends of the Big West Center of the Week award, 4 straight weekends, Kate Lang has won it. It kind of makes you think, are there any other centers in the conference?
Well,
That's unbelievable.
It goes to show, Kate has really worked hard in the offseason to really excel and take her game to the next level. And we've actually seen the progression of Kate getting more and more comfortable as the season has progressed.
Let's talk about that road trip. Hawaii wins 2 out of 3, but as you heard Robin talking, that match against TCU, it really bothered her.
Well, it got away from them. They were right there. They had it, and they got a little too comfortable and allowed it to slip away. And I think that's the hardest part. When you know that you're in control of the match and you let things go and you start making little, what she calls mental errors. Those mental errors cost them that match. And you can see, I'm sure they got a good talking to. And the next 2 nights, they came out and swept the next 2 matches.
Yeah, we heard from Kendra Ham saying it was a long talk in the locker room after that loss, something that Robin has done with teams in the past. But I think what this team really showed is that they could rebound quickly and come back with 2 quality wins, one over Florida State as well. So the Wahine responding to the challenge, not going down. Of course, they would have liked to be 3-0 coming back from that weekend. That loss to TCU may hurt them in the long run, which makes the conference and this start of winning the conference so important for the Wahine.
Yeah, so let's see how Hawaii did in the non-conference portion of the season. Of course, they opened up against Northwestern. That was a thrilling 5-setter. Hawaii went 7-4 overall. Of course, the sweep of USC was really good. In fact, USC lost to UCLA, who beat Hawaii last night. And so I think overall it was a pretty solid non-conference schedule. The question is, did it prepare the Wahine for the Big West?
I mean, we saw I don't know how many teams, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 teams that, they just run the quick offense. I think Big West that's what it's heading to. Everybody wants to run that fast, low offense. Thought that was really good for us. It definitely helped defensive-wise to just get used to that.
Our preseason is almost the most important kind of going into season. It has a big impact on how we start our season. It's really good that we started on a win. It gives us good momentum going into the season. And just, we see a lot of teams that we don't see in the Big West in preseason, a lot of top 25 teams and stuff like that. So it's just really good kind of preparing us for the end, especially now this year that we have the Big West tournament. It's going to be a little different and it'll be new when we get to that, but I think this prepared us really well for that.
All right, so Hawaii goes 7-4. What was Hawaii's best win of the non-conference, and which loss do you think was the worst?
Woo! Of the preseason?
Of the non-conference.
A non-conference. Best win?
I would say USC. I mean, I think that was really showed the credit for the Wahine. It's a big Pac-12 school. I think that's one of the best wins that they had. Unfortunately, I think the worst one was TCU. I think because that loss really could have, if Hawaii came away with a win, I think it really would have helped to solidify that they are a contender, but that really hurt them overall. And I also think that loss to Liberty.
Yeah, I think the loss to Liberty, because they haven't done anything since they left Honolulu. That is going to hurt Hawaii. TCU at least is in a Power 5 conference. I was looking at a pseudo RPI for women's volleyball because the NCAA hasn't released one officially yet. And they had Hawaii sitting at 30, which is not bad, but you know it's going to go down when they start playing in conference.
Yeah, and the thing about their preseason is actually, I love the scheduling they did. They did the Pac-12, you got the WCC, you got the ACC, you got teams from all over the place. When you get into conference play, these players know each other. They know their systems. They know what they're going to do. In this conference play, it was so spread out. They had fast offenses. They had sleepers like Liberty. You know, that's a sleeping team. You don't know who they are, and it's a little bit where you overlook them just enough where they take the win.
Well, and I think that's going to be important for Hawaii to really learn from that Liberty loss, because it really is going to be similar teams that Hawaii will see in the Big West. If Hawaii does not respect the opponent, they could come away with a loss like that Liberty loss. So Hawaii has better have learned from that loss.
All right, kind of a clean slate for everybody as conference play begins. Should be a good one. Hawaii, CSU, Bakersfield, and the Gentlemen that will be calling the action, of course. Kanoa and Chris, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Scott. Yes, next to CMAC, Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. And just to further the conversation about the RPI and the strength of schedule for Hawaii, they were helped along a little bit of a bump the other night when USC, who Hawaii beat twice, actually knocked off UCLA, a team that topped Hawaii. So this game of women's college volleyball, you just kind of never know how things are going to go moving forward. But now Hawaii does know it's conference time. They also know they're going to get their best shot from whoever they're playing on the other side of the net.
Yeah, and talking to Robin Amo the other day, she said, one of the things I worry about is the bottom half of the league. We have a tendency to sometimes overlook those games, and we cannot afford to do that. Last year, they go into Bakersfield and go 5 at Bakersfield, and she was a little bit shocked, and she said it was a shock to the team, and because Bakersfield was in the bottom half of the league, and she's worried tonight that the same thing might happen.
Yeah, what has also sort of stood out here this season so far for the Rainbow Wahine is the amorphous nature of the rotation, particularly at the opposite hitter position. And interestingly enough, you have the veteran, former Cal Poly Mustang, who has been with Hawaii now several years, Kendra Ham, who has somewhat assumed that spot and now has 3 straight double-digit dig games to go along with a double-double in that second match on the road against Western Carolina.
Yeah, the second match offensively, she was very good. Was not sharp offensively the first match or the third match, but all 3 nights, though, as you said, double digits in digs and passed pretty well, and I think she's providing some stability over there on that right side.
Now on the other side, you have the Roadrunners of Cal State Bakersfield. They're 5-8 overall. They got their Big West Conference schedule off to a winning start with a 5-set grinding victory over CSUN, who's going to be in this building on Sunday. You see Giovanna Mello, 10th year head coach for this program, and you talk about amorphous lineups. She has been mixing and matching from day one this season.
We asked her the other day in the Zoom interview, hey, Giovanna, who are you going to start on Friday night? She says, I won't know till game time. She said only one person she is sure is going to start, and that's number 10, Ava Palm. She's been their go-to player on the outside, averages almost 3 kills a set. And she's a good one. We'll watch for her tonight for sure.
Yeah, she is a former opposite hitter who has now definitely locked down that role as the top outside hitter for the Roadrunners. But another player we're likely to see, a familiar face for many fans around here, Nene Hawkins, who is a true freshman, an early commit for this Cal State Bakersfield team out of Les Jardins Academy. She will be one of the setters on the floor.
played for Lee Lamb. They had a great program there at Les Jardins, won the state championship in 2022. And, she's a good one. One of the great things that Coach Mello likes about this young lady, Nene, is that she arrives early, stays late, has an incredible work ethic as a freshman, and it's rubbing off, she said, on all the older upperclassmen. So Coach Mello loves Nene.
Yeah, this is a roster that doesn't have that many upperclassmen. 0 seniors on this roster, as a matter of fact. So the youth will be leading them, so to speak, in this, now their second conference game, but conference opener for the Rainbow Wahine. And we'll see you at first serve. Let's send it back over to the corner crew.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. We're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere. Kanoa and Chris are talking about Kendra Ham. We're going to hear from her when we return. It's Hawaii taking on Cal State Bakersfield. And back at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center on this Aloha Friday conference opener for Hawaii as they do battle with CSU Bakersfield. There you see Kendra Ham, who has been a part of the lineup at least the last 3 matches on the road. She's played in 5, but started the last 3. 2.08 kills percent, a .23 hitting percentage. You see her other numbers, and one thing Ham brings to the floor is her versatility.
She's the first off the bench, and she's been here last year. Like, she's been doing what she needs to do. So there's no reason for us not to believe that she could come in and do it. I think she, as a collective staff, we just thought that she had a better practice when we left here to go on the road, and then again when we had that one practice. So she definitely got the nod. I thought she did a great job. Her is another one like Riley's. Like, she does her job, just line up good. I mean, it's not like she's gonna get like 6 feet over on the block, but she just lines up good. Has decent hands to just slow down balls, which is good for us.
Yeah, I mean, every day we come into the gym, it's a challenge, and just trying to work every day to get my spot out on the court. Whenever I get that opportunity, whether it stays or kind of comes and goes, like, I'm going to do everything I can to show what I can do and keep it as long as possible. Our team does a really good job of, whether it's your first year, whether it's your 5th year, 6th year for, I guess, Talia, we all contribute the same. We all try and take on a leadership role, and everyone's voice is included. So you're still trying to be a leader out there, but you're trying to get everyone's input, and I think just trying to be a team player.
Time now to throw on our coach's hat. It is brought to you by Heineken. And let's talk a little bit about Kendra Ham. Came into the program a couple of years ago after starting her career at Cal Poly. She's waited her time this year, and now she's getting an opportunity on the right side and producing.
Yeah, and she came in last year. She played a lot of games last year, primarily the backcourt. But she's a 6 rotation player, and she can come in and be that utility player. They call it a Swiss Army knife. She's not going to be your kill leader. She's not going to be your dig leader, most likely. But she's going to make things steady, like a steady Eddie, another Riley Wagner. And she has been very patient. She's been in the system long enough to get in there and realize what her role is.
And, ever since she transferred into the program, that has sort of been her identity of this team, is the player that you can count on both on and off the court. She's reliable on the court, but she's also a great leader off the court. She's bought into the program. She goes hard in practice. And I think one of the things that she brings is a little more of that versatility as well, because it allows Hawaii to kind of play with their lineup. They could move Hawkins to the left, who, when we interviewed her here in the corner, she says, hey, I'm a left side attacker. That's where I want to be. And so I think what this evolution of Kendra Ham allows is an opportunity for Hawaii to mix around with their outside hitting core and really plug and play to see who's having a better night.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It's obvious that Robin's not comfortable yet with who she wants on that right side. There are a number of players, and now it's Kendra's time, and she's got a chance to keep it.
Yeah, it's not like we saw in years past where you had a dominating opposite like a Nikki Taylor, where everyone just kind of filtered around that, right? This is a play. These are all attackers that can sort of blend into different positions.
All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to break down tonight's matchup. Conference opener, Hawaii, CSU Bakersfield. And welcome back to Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Big West Conference opener for Hawaii as they play host to the Roadrunners of CSU Bakersfield. All right, since it is the first conference match for Hawaii, it's time now to fire up the dashboard. And let's see what the coaches thought in the preseason poll. And 10 of the 11 coaches picked Hawaii to once again repeat as Big West Conference champions. UC Santa Barbara, who's playing very well, picked second. And you look down at number 6, and that is where CSU Bakersfield is to be picked right in around the middle of the conference poll. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. CSU Bakersfield CSUN opened up the conference on Tuesday at Bakersfield. The Roadrunners with a hard-fought 5-set victory over CSU. Earlier today was UC Davis in 5 over Cal State Fullerton. UC Irvine took care of business, sweeping UC Riverside. There you have the Gauchos in a 3-set victory over UC San Diego. And maybe the most exciting match of the night, Long Beach State at home survives to win in 5 over Cal Poly. So the Big West Conference standings, keep in mind Hawaii hasn't played, neither has CSU Bakersfield, at least not tonight, but you get a good look at the overall records. You see UCSB at 11-2, Long Beach at 7-4. There aren't a lot of teams, only a handful of teams in the Big West with a winning record heading into the Big West. Let's take a look now at the stat comparisons between these two. Hawaii 7-4, 5-8 for CSU Bakersfield. Hawaii with the advantage in the kills, kill percentage advantage, blocking, digging, and then you look at the service and service errors, kind of a wash between those two. All right, time now for the stat leaders for the University of Hawaii.
Well, usual suspects here. Amber Igidi continuing her terror in the middle at hitting over 400 at 401 and 3.70 kills per set. Kaylin Alexander helping her hitting percentage grow just a little too, hitting just above 200. And then you see the numbers for Riley Wagner, who struggled on the road. We'll see how she comes out when she returns back home here tonight.
And for CSU Bakersfield, Lisa.
And for Bakersfield, Ava Palm is the go-to girl. She's an outside hitter, 6'1", as well as Paige Duncan, the other outside hitter, and Brakelin pulling the other middle. They all have nice kill percentages, but still, this is really where this team, I think, struggles on their kill percentages.
All right, we talked to Robin a couple of days ago, getting ready for this matchup, and she said that she was more concerned about her side of the net, making sure that her team is ready to take on a Bakersfield team that Hawaii should beat, let's be honest.
Well, you know, she's always going to be afraid of teams like this, really, because they're the underdogs, really, coming in. They're young. They have not really put up too much of a threat. They're playing in Hawaii, at Hawaii, and Robin has every right to be concerned because she wants her team to come out strong and get a tough start and dominate the match instead of just play at the level that comes in.
Yeah, and I think for Hawaii, it's really imagining if they were going up, say, against UCLA again or USC again. They have to treat this opponent just like that. And I think one of the keys is to Hawaii's success will be the middle. I'd like to see if Hawaii can continue to really just establish that and dominate in the middle because there are very few players in this conference that will be able to compete with the level of Amber Igidi.
You look on the other side, the Roadrunners, we talked to Coach Mello. She loves this team, and what she likes most is how competitive they are. They are not afraid of anybody, she says.
She said they've got a lot of grit. She knows they're young. They've got a lot of growth to go. But she says, I love this group. I'm really happy with what we're doing. And we're just going to go back there. We're going to bomb away our serves. We're going to try to get Hawaii out of system. And we're going to just give it all our all. We want to compete.
And I think if there's one thing that Hawaii has done and improved on, it's being able to hit out of system. They've really improved in that. And so while their passing may not allow for that middle, as I talked about, if they're able to just rely on their out of system hitting that they've learned in the non-conference, I think the Wahine have this.
Hey, it should be fun. It's the Big West Conference opener. It's Hawaii and Cal State Bakersfield. We'll take a break. When we come back, the anthem, Hawaii Ponui in the first serve with Kanoa and Chris calling all the action.
It really fit, it's a shoe-in for me. I started hooping for the Nike check. I play tennis for the Rolex.
Volleyball fans, please rise for the singing of our national anthem and Hawaii Ponui. Tonight is National Girls Night, so girls make noise. Fitting because our next artist has at Hawaii Theater next Saturday night when there's no UH sports. The entertainment that they have there is all Hawaiian music and it's all women that are playing. She is a president and co-founder of the Hawaiian Music Perpetuation Society. sweetheart of Hawaiian music, Naho Ku Hana Hana Award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kuipo Kumukahi.
Kahaina Hawai'i lo kahia kuli ke olu olu kamana'o. Ha'a ko kula na honui ala na kila alohe. Alohe. Aloha. Aloha. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hawai'i pono'i nana'i komo'i kala ke ali'i makualani e kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe Hawai'i pono'i nana'i nali'i na pua muliko na poki'i makualani e kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe Hawai'i pono'i e ka lahui e o ka uhana nui e ui e makualani e kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe e ola mau ka lahui Hawai'i.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kuipo Kumukahi.
Aloha ahi ahi. Good evening, everyone. The Rainbow Ohana welcomes you to Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center on the campus of the University of Hawaii in majestic Manoa for tonight's Big West Conference women's volleyball match featuring the Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunners versus the reigning Big West champions, your Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. Introducing the Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunners starting lineup. At libero, 5'5" freshman from Dana Point, California, number 1, Grace Moss. And middle blocker, 6'1" junior from Spokane, Washington, number 5, Sophia Bertani Matoyer. At center, 5'8" freshman from Eva Beach, Oahu, number 7, Nene Hawkins. And outside hitter, 6'1" junior from Bakersfield. That was floor captain number 10, Ava Palm. And middle blocker, 6'1" freshman from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, number 12, Brooklyn Pulling. And defensive specialist, 5'8" junior from Phoenix, Arizona, number 15, Sarah Martin. And at opposite, 6' junior from Gilbert, Arizona, number 16, Samia Bhakta. The athletic trainer is Dr. Jesse Rogi. Assistant coaches Penny Tusa and Brianna Mariner. Associate head coach Stevie Robinson Trail. Head coach for the Roadrunners, Giovanna Mello.
Hold up, no peace, hold up, police, don't call police, just stay focused, pray for new life, pray for new breath, hey Lord, make sure it's safe for who's left, know you can't find a place to rest, load up for my bullet, too fast, survive, know that,
starting lineup
say my
for
people,
your Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. At middle blocker, 6'3" senior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number 3, Amber Igidi. At outside hitter, 6' senior from Dublin, Ohio, floor captain, number 6, Riley Wagner. At center, 5'10" junior from Keller, Texas, number 10, Kate Lang. At middle blocker, 6'2" senior from Twin Falls, Idaho, number 12, Kennedy Evans. At libero, 5'7" senior from Kalamazoo, Michigan, number 13, Talia Edmonds. And outside hitter, 6' sophomore from Alpharetta, Georgia, number 17, Kaylin Alexander. Opposite, 6' senior from San Diego, California, number 18, Kendra Ham. The assistant coaches are Kaleo Baxter, Nick Castello, and Skyline Engelman. Head coach for your Rainbow Wahine, Robin Amo.
After a 7-4 run through the non-conference slate, the Rainbow Wahine Volleyball team turns its attention to the Big West, preseason pick to win a 4th straight conference title. Named League Setter of the Week 4 straight times to start the year, Hawaii's Kate Lang boasts a Big West best 10.98 assists per set, good for 10th in the nation. Tonight, Big West play begins. The Roadrunners of Cal State Bakersfield and the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. And with that, we welcome you inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Kanoa Leahy sitting next to Chris McLaughlin. C-Mac, take us through the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match.
Oh, for Cal State Bakersfield, Nene's not a bird. She is Nene Hawkins, arguably the hardest worker for Cal State Bakersfield. A great setter, former Hawaii State volleyball champion, and needs a big night to beat the Rainbow Wahine. And for Hawaii, road lessons. Coach Robin told us this week it was a good road trip, and I think she'll agree that it'll be a great road trip if the Wahine prove they learned those lessons.
One could argue that Nene is a bird because she's a road runner, but I digress. As we play volleyball here in Big West Conference play, Amber Igidi with the first swing for Hawaii, and then the high ball set goes to Samia Bakta on the opposite position. Coming right back the other way, it's Ava Palm, a fixture at the outside hitter spot for Cal State Bakersfield. Good up there. That was Nene Hawkins who came up with the dig, and a free ball sent over the net, but barely. Here's Igidi a third time, and it drops in front of the diving attempt of Hawkins. So it took a while, but a point has been recorded here in this Big West opener for the Rainbow Wahine. The Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups scrolling at the bottom of your screen. We're going to have a challenge on point number 1.
That's a little unusual.
Well, the pancake save attempt by Nene Hawkins, the 5'8 freshman from Eva Beach out of Les Jardins Academy. True Frosch, team leader in assist, sprawling to try to make that save on the touch shot by Igidi, and Giovanna Mello, head coach for the Runners, going to go ahead and challenge this.
I think it was all floor.
Looks like it touched the floor there, at least from that angle. The officiating crew, Randy Rubinall, the R1 across the way. Michelle Hayes, the R2, who's donning the headset and conducting this review. And then the line judges, Kevin Chun and Kerwin Stenstrom. Roadrunners coming in 5-8 overall. They're 1-0 in the Big West Conference. They got their conference schedule underway in a grueling 5-set victory over CSUN on Tuesday. And the call's going to stand. So it takes us a while. 1 point on the board. And we're getting ready to serve it up here for point number 2. As you see the smile from Giovanna Mello in her 10th season. 378 career wins as a collegiate head coach. Also recorded over 250 wins in 8 years as head coach at Western Nebraska Community College prior to taking the job at Bakersfield. High and away, here's the set to Riley Wagner, and the tip shot drops again. So Hawaii's first 2 points off of a little love and tenderness.
I think they shouldn't get too used to that because to beat the good teams in this league, you really got to bang away. So I suspect that the hard swings are coming up.
Kendra Ham getting the start again at the opposite position with the serve. That tip didn't get deep enough. Saved by Igidi from the back row. It's Kaylin Alexander, and she finds that deep corner. And Hawaii up 3-0 here to start set 1.
Used to be a great setter, by the way, at Arizona State. She's happy that her former team is off to a 13-0 start this year.
There's Palm down the line. Good dig there by Ham. Outside is Wagner. Blocked. Oh, the cover by Talia Edmonds. Alexander from the back row, and the save by the libero for the Runners, Grace Moss. Another advantage here for Hawaii. They go to Igidi in the middle. The block sent it back. Hawaii's still with it. Here's Wagner down the line on one knee. Moss the save. Right side, it's Bakta off the block. Got a long rally here. They run the slide to Igidi, and she ends it with a thunderous smackdown.
That was a well-run transition play by Kate Lang. She had antenna to antenna covered for choices. And I think she set the right person. What do you think, Kanoa?
Yeah, that's usually the deal when you look the way of Amber Igidi, Robin Amo, in her 6th season, 7th year overall atop this program. 3-ball, little bit of disorientation on the Hawaii side, and that allows Bakersfield to play it back. The left hand put down by Sophie Bertati Matoyer, 6'1" junior from Spokane, Washington. 2nd year with Bakersfield, but spent 2 years prior to Seattle U. And they're going to actually call a miss-hit against the Roadrunners in the midst of that play. And so it's still Hawaii point and still Hawaii serve. Bakta blocked back. 5-0 Hawaii to start this first set. Palm got slowed down by the block. Wagner, the big swing. Good up there by Moss over the net. And Igidi followed through. Commits the net violation. And Bakersfield gets the point.
Amber just so hungry that you can see the adrenaline flowing through her veins. She rarely makes this error of following through, but that time, pretty obvious.
So Hawaii scores the first 5 and then gifts one to Bakersfield. And now Grace Moss, another true frosh on the floor. Had 17 digs the other night in the win over CSUN with the serve, and Hawaii out of system. And they're going to have to send a free ball over. Hawkins going outside. Nice set to Palm. And you see some of the strength in the hands of Nene Hawkins. She set some nectar for the 6'1" junior outside, Ava Palm, who is from right there in Bakersfield, California.
It's been a couple years at UTEP. Before transferring back to her hometown.
Oh, Edwards at the last moment using 2 hands on that serve receive. Wagner, that was heavy-handed, but the dig by Moss. Palm by the block. There's Edmonds on the save. Igidi, awkward angle on the set, but she made it work anyway. That was gutsy from the now 4-time setter of the week to start this season, Kate Lang.
I like the way she took a chance there from the 8 or 9 foot line and fired it to Amber. Look at that kill percentage for Amber on the year, 401. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's mind-blowing. 3.7 kills per set. The set goes to Brecklin pulling, will be played back. Here's Alexander. The up there by Moss and a great chase down on the second touch, Sarah Martin. Here's Igidi. And she buries it again. Amber with 4 kills.
Tell you what, Kano, when in transition, if Hawaii gets a free ball and Igidi's up there, even with 2 blockers like that, she manages a way to find a way to get around, over, or through those 2-man blocks. Even 3-man. We've seen 3-man blocks this year.
You saw the numbers that she had against Florida State. I mean, just when you think you saw everything that Amber Igidi has to offer, she has elevated her game once more here in this her final campaign.
Against Florida State, yeah, she had 462, big number.
Hawaii coming back from that road swing, going to Fort Worth, Texas. Losing in the opener to TCU, but then turning it around and beating Western Carolina and actually dominating Florida State in pretty significant fashion.
That was unbelievable. How about her numbers against Western Carolina? 21 kills, 1 error, hit 625.
Yeah. That's Palm from the opposite position, dug up by Wagner, tight to the net, little joust above the tape. Now they go middle, and it's pulling, dug up by Igidi. D-set goes to Ham. Sliding save there by Sarah Martin. Right side, it's Palm again. Diving save, Ham to the net, and we're going to get an interference call against Bakersfield. Ball was still on the Hawaii side, but Brecklin pulling, the redshirt frosh from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, couldn't quite help herself.
Kate Lang did a pretty good job. The last 2 plays have been near overpasses. And she goes up, and one of them she tried to set it there. The other one she actually blocked the ball. It was overpassed.
Igidi sends it out to the point to Bakersfield. Let's talk a little about Kate Lang and the fact that, yes, she has won 4 straight Big West Setter of the Week awards to start this season. You can rewind it back to the last week of the regular season last year, and it would be 5 straight Setter of the Week awards.
That's right. She's averaging over 10 assists per set. That's in the top 10 in the country, I believe. She's having quite the year in the assist department, that's for sure.
Goes behind the head there to Kennedy Evans, who just entered the match. 2-hand save there by Talia Edmonds. How about the work by Grace Moss in that back row, conjuring up the save there. The block by Alexander. And the runners run out of room. And Hawaii gets the point. And you can give the roof to Kaylin Alexander.
That's one area in which I know Hawaii wants to improve. That first night against TCU, they got outblocked 16-6. So I know Robin Mo would love to see your team block better tonight.
Pulling tried to push it with the left hand, but sends it out. And Hawaii up 11-4. Yeah, Hawaii pretty strong in some other categories in Big West play. Tops among Big West teams in kills and assists, but they want to up those blocks numbers. Right now, they're up by 7. Welcome back. Time now for the Hawaii Honda Dealers highlight reel, and we're looking at Amber Igidi. She seems to be a highlight reel each and every night, and she's off to a wonderful start again in this match.
She does it from everywhere. You know, she's getting those 31 sets in the gap between the middle attack and the left side attack, and then she runs all the way out to the other antenna, hits the slide, showing her versatility. And oh, there she is. Oh, she sees the camera too. She can do a little showmanship. You go, Amber.
One thing we've learned about Amber over her career is just how camera shy she really is.
Yeah.
Good looking bump set there to Paige Dugan, but the dig there by Talia Edmonds, and then it's Kennedy Evans dug up back over the net. Evans a second time, dug up again by Ella Erteltova. She's the other setter on the roster. And now Ham through the block and down. Kendra Ham, 6-foot senior from San Diego, California. Had a double-double against Western Carolina on the road trip, 12 kills, 11 digs, 3 straight double-digit dig performances. And she has earned her way into securing that starting spot at the moment at that opposite position, C-Mac.
Yeah, and she knows the one thing she needs to improve is her kill percentage. That's got to be up around 200, 250 every night consistently, and then she'll secure that spot. Because we know she's going to pass well, and she's going to dig a lot of balls. And Robin Amo loves both those qualities in her.
Hawaii has scored 4 in a row. Kate Lang, tough serve. And then the set going to no man's land. So a free chance here for Hawaii. High and away, it's Alexander. Giving it a rip for her second kill, and Hawaii's up 10.
Yeah, so good in transition there that the middle blocker on Bakersfield's side just had to stay with Kennedy Evans and left. You know, you can't leave Kayla Alexander all alone out there. He's going to hurt somebody.
Middle set and going off Evans and down is Brecklin Pulling. Gave that one a little extra oomph. 13 kills at 233, 5 blocks, and 3 aces against CSUN on Tuesday. You see the total block numbers on the season. She's the team leader in that category.
Look like she cut the ball back across her body that time. So good action.
Oh, Evans, a little vengeance there as she goes on the offensive. And Hawaii back up 10. Rango Wahine, of course, preseason pick to finish first in the Big West Conference, received 10 of 11 first-place votes. Santa Barbara came in second in that poll for what it's worth. Long Beach State third. Yeah, Bakersfield, they were preseason picked to finish 8th in the conference. Bakersfield got off to a pretty strong start this season, went 3-0 the opening weekend, only to go 1-8 over their next 9 matches until that victory on Tuesday against CSUN. It's just been that kind of season so far for Giovanna Mello. Has a lot of youth on the squad, no seniors on this roster, and she has had to mix and match rotations at a pretty high frequency.
As you said earlier, no seniors in the squad at all.
And it's going to be a point for the runners. It's going to be a back row violation against Hawaii as Kate Lang went up for a 50-50 ball.
And the other thing, like you said, Kanoa, the uncertainty of not knowing whether you're going to start or not, that can cause some problems with the team if you don't know how much you're going to play or where you're going to play.
There's Hawkins. Ooh, that one awfully close. Tough server, Nene Hawkins. Was an early commit to this Bakersfield squad. Coach Mello absolutely loves her work ethic. And she had a great career at Les Jardins, winning the Division II state title in 2022. They went 17-0 through league play that year. As you see, Paula Gershing getting some run here for Hawaii and getting some run early, C-Mac.
Yeah, we usually see her in the third set when Hawaii's got the match in hand. Instead, we're seeing her early. This is a good sign for her.
And that one is going to be a Hawaii point. I'm going to say that didn't get over the spine on the Paige Dugan swing. And so Hawaii up 17, serving 7. And yeah, Paula Gershing, it was so hard through non-conference play because you had those multiple match tournaments, not a lot of time in the practice gym. She was a little dinged up going into the opening weekend. So Robin said we just weren't able to work the skills, and Gershing wasn't really able to be on the practice floor enough for us to be able to really get into a position where we were comfortable putting her in the rotation early. She said this week of practice has been a gift because they were able to work more of those skills, and for a person like Paula Gershing, she was able to get a little more prepared to maybe contribute here in a more overt fashion.
Exactly, and at 6'2", you can't ignore it. Keep that person on the bench for too long. 6'2" with international experience playing for Germany, the junior national team. So I think she's really going to contribute at some point here in a big way during this season.
Yeah, a decorated stint at Youngstown State before transferring here to Hawaii. Couldn't put it down on that. The dig by Grace Moss. And then a dig along the back line by Alexander on what could have been an out ball. Here's Gershing, going to have to time it. Tough angle. Gave it a good run. Moss again to save. Here's Ava Palm off the block. Alexander the dig. Amber Igidi in the middle. Hammers it home.
If you're getting tired of the rally going on too long, there's one way to kind of end it. You know what it is, Camilla? I'll give you one guess.
AI?
AI. Said Amber. Amber the Hammer.
Yes, indeed. Igidi up to 5 kills, hitting .444. It's another day at the office here so far. Toddy Matoyer is dug up by Edmonds. Alexander with a blasty blast from the back row. How good has Kaylin Alexander been here over the last couple of weeks?
He's playing some great volleyball, that's for sure. And also, I like about that, that reminded me of the USC series where Kate Lang, I thought, set her best matches of the year. She set a lot of back row attacks and made Hawaii's offense very difficult to defend.
Now we have another early entrant into the match. Jackie Matias, redshirt freshman out of Punahou. And she delivers an ace. Welcome to the show. And a timeout by Cal State Bakersfield. Hawaii up a cool dozen here in set 1. Don't miss a second of the action. Watch Spectrum Sports on the go. The Spectrum News app has the local sports you love and the news and weather that matter most to you. You can download today on the App Store or Google Play. All Lady Bows here in this first frame so far, up 20-8. Jackie Matias with the serve and forces an overpass. Tali Hakas also on the floor now for Hawaii. And off the floor with another smash is Amber Igidi, getting up there into high altitude.
How about these numbers so far? Hawaii with 19 digs so far in one set. That's amazing.
Oh, you're good this fast,
Ava Palm, little avoidance swing, and avoided the block, but also missed the playing surface. So another point for Hawaii. 22 serving 8.
All those digs by Hawaii, I think, right now are frustrating the Bakersfield attackers. And so they're hitting those balls that they really shouldn't be hitting. It should be challenging to block a little more like that.
Hawkins goes the other way. Palm is blocked. Good cover there by Moss. Hawkins falling to the floor with the bump set. And now Hawaii playing it back. Matias goes to Hakas off the block. Tali Hakas getting in on the action. Has seen some of her playing time wane here over the last week or so. But her enthusiasm and energy, according to head coach Robin Amo, never wanes. We see that swing right there.
A great dig by Kaylin Alexander to keep the rally alive.
And save there by Hakas. Here's the D set to Alexander. She's got the Midas touch right now. 4 kills, no errors for Kaylin. And it is aloha ball for Hawaii in set 1. They have scored 7 straight points.
Alexander with 7 digs already here in the first set. She averages like 2 or 3 digs per set.
She's got 5 straight double-doubles to her credit. And it's going to be a violation against Bakersfield. Hawaii closes the first frame on an 8-0 run, and they take it swiftly, 25-8. Rainbow Wahine hit darn near 400. They'll swap sides, set 2 coming up. Here's the D set to Alexander. She's got the Midas touch right now. 4 kills, no errors for Kaylin. And it is aloha ball for Hawaii in set 1. They have scored 7 straight points.
Alexander with 7 digs already here in the first set. She averages like 2 or 3 digs per set.
She's got 5 straight double-doubles to her credit. And it's going to be a violation against Bakersfield. Hawaii closes the first frame on an 8-0 run, and they take it swiftly, 25-8. Rainbow Wahine hit darn near 400. They'll swap sides. Set 2 coming up.
Trust falls? Really?
Ah, come on, Jack. It'd be great for morale.
Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Long's Drugs. The number is 5, and that's the number of players with double-digit digs in Hawaii's 3-set victory over Florida State. 67 total digs by the Rainbow Wahine. That's 22.3 digs per set in that match. And Kaylin Alexander, who has been a digging machine here as of late. We mentioned a 5-match double-double streak, had a career-high 21 kills in the 4-set loss to TCU, but she's off and running again here tonight, C-Mac.
She really looks sharp. First, I love her back row attack. She's snapping the ball high, putting a lot of top spin on it, keeping the ball inside the court. Really playing some good volleyball. But the number of digs, 20 digs. They normally average about 14 digs per set. Tonight, though, 20 digs in the first set. You know, against Florida State, I just found out before the game, Kalea Baxter told me that one of the ways they beat Florida State, a really, really good team, by the way, #1 kill percentage in the country, one of the ways they beat them was they just outdug them, made the rally so long that Florida State actually got tired.
It's amazing.
So, a great tribute to the Hawaii defense and how defense can sometimes win games.
And you know Robin Amo loves that. The ball does not touch the ground. You can't give up a point. Ball touched the ground off the palm of Amber Igidi, which has happened at a high frequency so far in this match. And she now has 8 put-downs. And what are you seeing from Hawaii here so far?
This really looks smooth. You know, they don't see any overpasses when they get a free ball. They don't overpass it. They're putting it right on the money so that Kate Lang can set 4 different players. And this looks sharp.
Good looking back set there by Hawkins to Samia Bakta, but she hits it long. We mentioned no seniors on this Bakersfield squad. 6 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 6 freshmen. They had 8 returnees from a team that went 7-25 last year, including 4-16 in conference play. They added 6 newcomers to the fray. And so, as you would expect, things just a little inconsistent in that regard. But one of the more consistent factors has been Ava Palm. Great name, by the way, for an outside hitter. 6'1" junior from Bakersfield, California. You mentioned her time at UTEP. Her dad, Vance, also a former basketball player for the Runners.
I love that swing there by Ava. She had a good approach, and she worked the ball off the outside hand of the outside blocker. Smooth shot.
Here's Wagner from off the floor. Punched save there by Sarah Martin. And Palm, good swing. The dig by Alexander. Lang has to chase it out of the front row. And then Alexander, what a shot from behind the line. That was a nasty angle she took.
I think Bakersfield was expecting a bump over and a free ball. Instead, what they got was typical Alexander. She loves to attack when the other team least expects it.
Put a little English on that thing. Hawaii up 3-1. Backside set. Bakta cross court. And out. No touch up front. And that's going to be a point for Hawaii. Giovanna Mello staring up at Randy Rubinall. And I'm not sure if she was convinced there was a touch or that was in, but it doesn't look like she's going to be challenging anything.
I sure hope Alpharetta, Georgia is watching tonight. Don't you think, Kanoa?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are at least a few individuals over there that are taking in the action. And we want to say aloha to them if they are. That's a good-looking stuff. Samia Bakta, 3rd year with the program out of Gilbert, Arizona. She got all of that.
That was a really good-looking block. She turned her right hand into the court. Didn't get tooled. Wagner trying to wipe it off that outside hand, but Bakta would have none of it.
So now Ella Erteltova, we mentioned the other setter for Bakersfield. Played alongside her older sister Emma, who was a middle blocker and opposite last year. They also played together at FIU. Originally from Slovakia. She is back to serve. And Naomi Chankumi, 5'11" sophomore from Houston, into the match for the first time for Bakersfield. Middle set, that's pulling. And that was a good looking connection there. Ertel Tova to Pulling, who mashed it.
Roadrunners have a little momentum going now. 2 great plays in a row.
Lang gonna run the slide to Igidi. Moss with the layout save, and then that one smacked straight down to the floor by Dunning. By Pulling, I should say. And we are tied for the first time here in set 2. So you're right, some signs of life here from the Roadrunners.
Here come the Roadrunners, beep, beep.
Alexander hits it long, and Bakersfield leads for the first time. They've scored 4 straight. And it has been Ertel Tova from Zelina, Slovakia, behind the line serving here on this run. Another good serve. Alexander from a standing position with the swing. Chankumi is blocked back and roofed. Saying was Igidi jumping up next to Wagner. The 2 players that came into this program together, they will be leaving together as well. They described their friendship as the best of friends, and they connected right there to put up the wall. Pulling is dug up. A little joust above the tape, and that one nearly hits the scoreboard above. Alexander couldn't put it down, and then Pulling is blocked. Lang outside, here's Alexander! Tools the block for her 6th kill, and Hawaii back in front.
Nice set from Lang, but Alexander really did a nice job of attacking that split block. They just couldn't get out there in time because so much attention is being paid to Amber Igidi in the middle.
3.44 kills per set for Alexander, hitting above 200 here coming into this match. And then she got some fingerprints on that one alongside Amber Igidi. And the Mano Roofing Company putting together a couple of stuffs here in this second frame.
And this is exactly what Robin Amo wants to see. Better blocking this weekend.
7 serving 5. One hand set goes over the net, and then helping to usher that one down was Pulling. And she was able to extend with the left hand and finish the deal.
Pretty alert play that time by the Roadrunners. Keeping that ball alive right on the 50-50 mark above the net.
Brooklyn Pulling must feel good for her. Played in just 3 sets last year because of injury. As Igidi, once again, with the lumber. She has 9 kills. We're getting back to Brooklyn Pulling. 3 sets last year, earned medical hardship after a season-ending injury. And she got off to an incredible start in the opener this year, where she had 13 kills on 15 attempts and no errors against Eastern Washington, hit a runner record 867 for a single match.
Wow.
Chankumi blocked back. Middle set, that's Pulling. Chankumi the cover. And the push dink that time by Dugan is dug up. Here's Lang, high and away. Alexander, deep corner and in. How about 7 kills already to go along with 8 digs already for Kaylin Alexander?
You think she's going to get a double-double? I think so. She could get it in 2 sets.
Hitting 462 tonight. So far, Hawaii with just 3 hitting errors in the match. Chankumi, nice little improv that time to work it off the block.
And she was invited at one time to the Cameroon national team. Had to turn it down because of some sort of a conflict, but her dad did play for the Cameroon national team. Plus, he played for Cal Baptist, so she's got some volleyball in her blood, in her DNA.
Serve goes long there by Pulling. So Hawaii up 3 here in set 2. now Kate Lang with the serve. And the pass goes over the net, and easy pickings for Kennedy Evans. Mahalo nui loa.
Tough serve by Lang to force that overpass. Evans did a nice job of staying out of the net.
Strong performance against Florida State as well. One of the better performances overall by this Hawaii team this season. And that's going to be a mishandle called against Bakersfield. And Hawaii gets the freebie. They're up a handful now. They're starting to create some space. "8-2 run here for Hawaii." Oh, look at that serve. Oh, may have been an out ball played by Edmonds. Alexander couldn't finish it off the block. Now a little joust up there. No, it's pushed down by Bertati Matoyer. And that time Talia Edmonds on what was likely going to be an out ball and a Hawaii point. Little indecision there, decided to err on the side of caution.
Yeah, and coaches generally will tell their players, err on the side of caution. If you think it's going to be close to the line, go in almost 50-50 balls, you're not sure, go ahead and take it.
Jump serve by Hawkins goes into the twine. What have you thought of Nene Hawkins here so far and what you've seen in this conference opener for Hawaii?
I like her. She's a nice setter. Got some good release with her hands. Gets her feet to the ball pretty well. Runs a pretty diverse offense. Gets the middles involved. Hustles to the ball like that. Gets her hands on it rather than bumps at it.
Here's Wagner. Oh, wow, that had some smoke trailing off of it. Riley Wagner, just her second kill on 9 swings. She has 5 double-doubles this year, 2.79 kills per set on the season. And an ace by Kaylin Alexander. Hawaii gets to 15 first in the second. Once again, with some breathing room.
Talk to me, I'll speak to you. Can you listen to the sound?
Call Jill.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty. Get 2.99% APR plus $1,500 bonus cash on the Santa Fe SEL or $3,000 total savings. See your Hawaii Hyundai dealers.
The perfectly melted cheese, the juicier patty, the golden bun. It's all here. Bravo, bravo. Well, it was a second ago.
Get a hotter, juicier, tastier McDouble meal for just $7, only on the McDonald's app.
If new Heineken Silver was a riveting Viking saga.
Last this west, your family tortured my first wife and stole my second favorite goat. Now you want to marry my daughter. Okay.
All the taste, no bitter endings. Heineken Silver, world-class light beer.
Domino's Hawaii is proud to support high school sports by fueling a healthy, competitive spirit in our local athletes. Because we know when the community wins, we all win. Make the Domino's decision. Domino's Hawaii. We deliver aloha.
Welcome back. Let's check out tonight's Hyundai head-to-head stat line. Well, the kill percentages tells the story here, C-Mac. These are the match numbers. Hawaii hitting .404, Bakersfield still in the negatives.
10 kills, 12 errors. You never want to have your errors outnumber your kills, by the way. Just informing you.
Thanks for clarifying. They run the slide here to Bertati Matoyer. Dug up by Edmonds. Oh, against the grain set. Kendra Ham goes off the block. Hawkins, little back row set to Palm. Oh, what a one-handed up there by Lang. Wagner from off the court went outside the pin.
I like the aggressive swing by Lang, just a little bit too aggressive, but I never like it when players, here's a nice dig by Lang, but I never like it when players just sort of bump the ball over on that third play. I'd rather they go up and at least take a swing at it.
And that's going to be an out serve there by Sarah Martin. So Paula Gershing coming back into the match here for Hawaii. She replaces Riley Wagner, and now Talia Edmonds to serve. Edmonds, the team leader in digs, also 8 aces on the season coming in. Almost got another one there. Palm trying to time the high bump set, goes off the block and down.
I really like the way Palm does a step close, goes up and drives hard on her approach, and then step close and just powers up. Takes a good swing every time, whether it's left side or right. She bangs away.
Here's Aigidio. That set was a little low, but she gets her own cover. That set a little higher. She's blocked again. Free chance here for the runners. They go middle. It's pulling. Tip shot. Pinballed around. Alexander from the back row sends it out. And a good-looking fight that time by Bakersfield in that sequence. Earns a fist pump from their head coach, Giovanna Mello.
The Roadrunners that time playing some scrappy defense, keeping the ball alive and forcing Hawaii to make some awkward plays. Giovanna Mello, she's a good coach. She's really done a good job, I think, there. Don't you think, Kano?
Native of Brazil, certainly has put together quite the resume, both as a player and as a coach. Knows that this is always a tough challenge, flying all the way out to the islands, taking on a Hawaii team that certainly has been battle-tested through the non-conference phase of the season. Here's Gershing!
Now that's the Paula Gershing I've been waiting to see. I'm sure, look how happy she is. This is the first time she's gotten a good set, split block, and she gets to just hammer it home.
I think some of the fans were anxious to see that as well. That was a bit of a uproarious reaction to that kill, the first kill of the match for Gershing. What a dig by Edmonds back over the net. Backside, it's Bakta a second time. Off the block, save Lang. Here's Gershing off the block. Lang puts it over. Tried to catch him off guard, but Moss with the reaction. Palm through the block. The dig by Alexander, and what a dig it is. And Igidi finishes the deal. Alexander put that dig right where Kate Lang could do anything she wanted to with it.
I'd say Alexander's become such a great defender. No longer does she need to be subbed out of the back row. She's more than holds her own in the back row, and she's a great attacker out of the back row. And Igidi, she's got just 10 kills so far. Ho hum.
And pulling, able to plug it through that Igidi block. How does that change the dynamic of this Hawaii team that Kaylin Alexander can go 6 rotations through?
Tremendously. It offers another attacker out of the back row, which diversifies the offense, makes it Hawaii much more difficult to scout and play against.
Tally Hawkus also out on the floor along with Matias for Hawaii. Here's Alexander from the back row. Oh, she got way up in the air.
She looked pretty fresh there, not coming off a 3-game road trip. She looked like she's fresh as a daisy there, didn't she?
Showing some extra bunnies on this one. Look at this. Broad jumps, and then just destroys that set from Matias. Serve by Gershing, though, goes into the twine. So maybe some valuable playing time here, valuable opportunity for several Rainbow Wahine. Trying to get Tally Hawkus a little bit back in rhythm. Also, Matias getting some time, Gershing getting some time, as Sydney Dunning, 6-foot freshman outside hitter on the floor for Bakersfield. Alexander going high hands. Backside, Chankumi, they're going to call the mishandle on the set by Ertel Tova. And so Hawaii gets the free point, and they get to the 20 mark first. And now, for the first time, we get to see Stella Ademi, 5'11" freshman from Papillion, Nebraska. A decorated, multiple-time state champ in high school. As Hawkes will have to two-hand it over. A free chance here for Hawaii. Middle, it's Evans. One hand saved by Moss. How did she do that? Chankumi off the block. And Igidi came diving in trying to save it, but couldn't do so.
Great dig by Moss that time to keep that rally alive. I thought that ball was going to be going down, but Grace stuck an arm out and kept the rally alive. Point. Roadrunners.
So Stella Damey getting some time here. 2023 graduate of Papillion La Vista South High School, Max Prep All-American. Competed in the USA Volleyball National Team Development Program. We mentioned decorated, about as decorated as you can be as a prep prospect. As the ace is dealt out of the deck by Breckman pulling. And Bakersfield within a handful. Prompts a timeout from Robin Amo. We'll take a break as well. Loss in Las Cruces last season. Our coverage on Spectrum Sports pay-per-view begins at 5:15. Final non-conference game of the season for the UH football team as they will jet off to Las Vegas next week. Spectrum Sports will follow them there as well. But that should be a good game tomorrow, Hawaii and New Mexico State. Out-serve out of the timeout gives Hawaii the point. They're up a half dozen here, and Kate Lang checking back in, and she retreats back to serve. High ball bump set. Sydney Dunning. That was forceful. We saw her cracking the ball in warm-ups prior to the match. She was drawing some oohs and ahs with some of her swings in the pregame.
She splits the uprights. It was right between the two blockers. Great shot. Coached by her mom, Rachel, in high school. Lamar High School. Holds a high school career record for kills, 1,500, and digs, 1,000.
Not too shabby. Here's Evans off the block and down. Kennedy Evans with 3 kills. Hawaii coming back down to earth a little bit hitting percentage-wise in this second frame, hitting 259. And how about Bakersfield? Little bounce back, hitting 207. After struggling mightily in that first set.
Great improvement. Great improvement.
And here is Stella Damey to serve. Pretty good serve at that. High and away it goes to Dunning off the block. And what a play by Damey, who gets the kill.
It's called a dig kill. My goodness gracious.
Hawaii would not let it touch the Terraflex, and Stella Damey riles them up.
What a great play this is. Ball about 6 inches off the floor, and Damey is the last one to touch it. It goes down, and then the team absolutely mobs her.
That is terrific. Great second touch there. I believe that was Kendra Ham who was able to keep that sequence alive, setting up the unorthodox first career kill for Stella Damey.
Yeah.
All right, let's send it over to Ryan. What's up?
Hey, thanks, Cornell. Well, what might have been better than that dig kill was the reaction of the Hawaii bench. I mean, they absolutely went crazy. Amber Igidi falling to the floor in celebration. These players really happy for Stella and her first dig kill. On the Roadrunners sideline, they're really just trying to calm the nerves. They continue to preach to their team. The coaching staff is just telling them, hey, this is not our style. This is not who we are. We have nothing to lose here. They want their players to take quality swings, not to be afraid of this Hawaii block, and to go out swinging aggressively. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Meanwhile, the mentality on the Hawaii side, Robin Amo talked about it at length this week. He said, hey, look, I know that our players are going to get up for those teams that are considered the upper echelon of the Big West Conference. She says, hey, look, we go through this non-conference slate of name brand opponents. It's easy for the players to get up for that. She says, the matches that worry me are the ones against the teams that are supposedly the lower half of the conference. so far, what do you think about how Hawaii has come out?
Oh, they've done an amazing job, and Robin Rameau has given some bench players and B-side players some quality time. Not wipe-up time, but quality time. And they're coming through, playing quite well for her.
A couple of quality swings there by Sydney Dunning as she gets another kill. The 17 serving 23, and Sarah Martin checking back in. 5'8" junior from Phoenix, Arizona, third year with the Bakersfield program. Also a member of the Beach program the last 2 years. Ademi, oh, that's a tough pass. One hand set, and Lang sent it a little too far out. Tough serve to handle. Ademi almost put it on the money.
That was a really tough serve. So Martin, one of the leaders, even though she's a junior, not a senior, but she's one of the ones who's the quiet leaders.
High ball bump set. Here's Gershing off the block and down. So Paula Gershing with a couple of kills. Great effort there by Nene Hawkins to no avail. And it's aloha ball for Hawaii here in the second. Perhaps a glimpse into the future a little bit right now in this second set, C-Mac.
Absolutely. All the young ones out there.
Edmonds with the serve. Bump set. Here's Palm. Punches it over the net. Good save there by Gershing. Middle set, Igidi. Did she get a touch? No touch. It goes long. Point for Bakersfield. Robin Amo will challenge. And she is going to suggest that there was, in fact, a touch. Seems like pretty common sense time to issue the challenge, right? Not that much to lose under these circumstances, and possibly if a touch is seen here, you close out the second frame.
Exactly. We'll see. These are also the toughest ones to call.
Yeah, that's true.
The line calls are really not that much of a problem. It's the touches at the net where you're looking for a finger that's going to be bent back just a little bit. We'll see if this first look gives us any indication at all. Hard to tell if there's a finger bent back or not. Maybe this one will show. I don't know. I don't know if Bakta got a piece of that or not. With her left hand right there. No, I don't think so. I think it's not enough evidence. Let's show something right there. How can you judge something on a blur? When it's a blur canal, what do you do?
That's what's probably going through the mind of Michelle Hayes right now.
Yeah.
She's the R2 taking a look at this thing.
She even had the crew in the truck freeze it right there at the blur to see if any fingers were bent back. She's being very thorough, but I don't think there's enough evidence there to overturn that call.
The crowd being urged by the video screen above to increase the noise here in the arena, and they oblige. Meanwhile, play is paused here for this review.
That might be the best look right there, and I don't think it is strong evidence that there was a touch by Bakta.
It was a no-touch call, so that's obviously one of the most important factors here, is you need conclusive evidence to overturn the call. And Michelle Hayes taking an awful long look at several angles to try to make sure that whatever judgment is made is the correct one. Yeah. And here we go.
I'm going to predict no change, no reversal.
After review, call stands.
Call stands. So we've seen a failed challenge from either side here so far in this match.
So each coach with one challenge remaining?
Correct.
Unless we go 5. Then they get another challenge.
Also correct. 19 serving 24 remains aloha ball for Hawaii. Good pass there, Edmonds. Here's Igidi, can't finish the deal. Hawkins with the save. Quick spring by Palm. And Ava Palm keeping Bakersfield alive here in the second.
Well, I love Ava Palm's quality swings that she's taking. hitting high and hard, going for the high hands, or she goes off the outside blocker's outside hand, making some smart shots.
It's still Aloha ball. Damie got a little handcuff there on that serve. Here's Gershing, and she got the touch. And a little too hot to handle for Sarah Martin in the back row. And Paula Gershing, 3 kills, no errors, and she puts the finishing touches on a set 2 victory for Hawaii, 25-20. So in the Big West Conference opener for the Rainbow Wahine, the home team will have a chance to crack open the broom closet.
University of Hawaii Sports on Spectrum OC16. Sponsored by your Hawaii Honda dealers.
Your Hawaii Honda dealers offers our sincerest support to those affected by the tragedy of the Maui wildfires. Please kokua our community and families by donating to the Hawaii Community Foundation, Maui Strong.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. This is me. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Your Hawaii Honda dealers offers our sincerest support to those affected by the tragedy of the Maui wildfires. Please kokua our community and families by donating to the Hawaii Community Foundation, Maui Strong.
Aloha, I'm Valerie Joseph, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
At Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, we are helping people make dreams come true. And what better way than through education? That's why Hawaiian Financial is offering a helping hand with 20 scholarships this school year. Even better, we're doubling down by upping our contribution to $2,000 for qualified members or their children. Learn more by downloading an application. Hurry, submissions must be postmarked by October 31st. Together, we can make a brighter future a little easier. Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, here for all your money needs for life.
Show them what you've got. The 2023 Jeep Gladiator at Cutter Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Well equipped for every quest. Connected and in command with tech you expect. No toys left behind with best-in-class towing. Step up to a new 2023 Jeep Gladiator and get 10% off MSRP or incentives up to $15,500 and 0% financing for 72 months. Available now during the Jeep Adventure Days at Cutter Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Hawaii's driving force.
Sunday, the University of Hawaii hosts a conference match against the CSU Matadors. Rainbow Wahine Volleyball on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Welcome back. We're in this intermission here at Simplify Arena Stan Sheriff Center. Conference opener for the Rainbow Wahine, and they're doing pretty well up to this point. Very one-sided opening set and a much more competitive second. When we come back, the serve to start set number 3.
Welcome back here to the Pizza Hut match statistics. Hawaii taking care of business here so far, C-Mac.
Yeah, especially in the kill percentage area. Look at that, 369 to 075. The blocking is improving, 3-1. Aces there is about even. But how about the performance of Kaylin Alexander with 8 kills and 9 digs, and Amber Igidi with 10 kills, 1 error, hitting 500. So some good individual performances as well as a tight team performance from pretty much everybody that's played. And Robin Amo has played a lot of people tonight.
Yeah, and maybe that's going to be one of the best benefits for Hawaii is the fact that she was able to, early in a match, not under a more stressful scenario, get some under the game lights experience for some players that are lesser experienced overall. Here's Amber Igidi. She's got all the experience in the world, and it's showing. 11 kills, hitting over 500, and Hawaii getting right back to it here as we get going in set number 3. Igidi leading the way for Hawaii offensively. Kaylin Alexander with 8 kills. On the other side, it's Brecklin Pulling leading the way with 5 kills. Lang going outside, it's Wagner, had to change the approach a little bit and tried to cross the body on the swing and hit it into the net.
Sept drifted off the net a little bit there, got away from Kate Lang a little bit. But notice Hawaii Robin Amo choosing to go with her original lineup. And she'll ease the other B-side players in as she sees fit.
And Grace Moss sends it into the net. Here's Wagner. Entered the match, team high 13 aces on the season. Middle set, it's pulling. Forget about it. Amber Igidi shuts the door all by herself.
Brooklyn Poling had a great approach, took a good swing at it, but just too much Amber Igidi taking away that cutback.
For Amber, that's block number 3. Entered this match with 454 for her career, so continuing to close in on the milestone of 500 career blocks. Kendra Ham on the D set with the good-looking swing, C-Mac.
Again, Kate Lang having the luxury now of having some back row players attack the ball. You had Kendra Ham there. Riley Wagner could have hit a pipe out of the back there. So really a much more diverse offense than we saw at the beginning of the year.
That's Dunning. Sydney Dunning is opting to put herself in position for some more playing time here because she has just been hammering the rock when it has come her way.
That was the high, hard one off the hands, the Triple H. Get that high, hard one off the hands?
The master.
I'll explain it to you later.
The master of alliteration. Here's Igidi off of 1 foot. What a play there by pulling, then a little joust above the tape. Alexander going to wind up and uncoil. Swiping save by Moss. And one of the rare errors so far in her time in this match by Sydney Dunning.
Just got through bragging about her. And then she hits one in the net. Come on, Sydney.
She was in a tough position on that particular instance. But
yeah, it was an awkward set.
Nonetheless, Hawaii up 5, serving 2, and it's Igidi with the serve. Going to pull Hawkins off the net. And, okay, she righted the ship right there, and boy, did she.
Wow. That was one of the better swings by an outside hitter tonight.
Yeah, she just exploded on that. Sydney Dunning going back to the bench. She's got 4 kills on 6 swings, hitting 500.
I bet she sees some more action here in this third set. That's for sure.
Well, Edmonds going to take on the setting responsibilities. And the pump set to Alexander. She's stuffed. Brecklin pulling. Jumping up next to Nene Hawkins.
I think Pulling got most of it. Pretty good bump set by Edmonds out of the back row. I think Pulling got most of it. Hawkins did a nice job of setting up that block, posting on it.
Lang going to go high and away. Alexander blocked. Cover there by Ham. Alexander a second time. That was a quick reload. And she was able to spring back into action. Alexander now with 9 kills to go along with 9 digs. Now they're going to run the slide. That's Pulling. Good punch-up save there by Evans. Now Alexander with the pogo stick jump. Pulling again, blocked, but it's save over the net. Backside Ham down the line. What a save by Moss, who ends up sending a free ball the other way. Alexander, that was a quick outside set off the block. Back row, here's Wagner. Tickled the tape. We're still playing on this sequence. Outside, it's Dunning dug up. Dug up again. Then in the middle, Pulling finally gets it down.
Give a lot of credit to Grace Moss that time for sticking out her left arm and making a great dig to keep that rally alive. There you see the Bakersfield parents in the stands loving that rally, loving the fact the Roadrunners won that rally.
And if you're the head coach, Giovanna Mello, you're loving the fight that she's seeing out of her Roadrunners here so far in set 3. Here's Ham. Another save in that back row by Martin. Ava Palm hits it long. Did she get a touch? No, she didn't. And it's a point for Hawaii. Ava Palm, who has been averaging a little over 2.5 kills per set, so far being held for the most part in check. 4 kills hitting 0.43 as Alexander sends it out. Hawaii will next take on CSUN. It's going to be on Sunday. Reminder, that's going to be an early start time. First serve is going to be just after 4 p.m. And that's an out serve. That looked pretty good from our vantage point.
I think it'll get challenged, too.
Nene Hawkins with that high velocity jump serve. Her dad Gino in the crowd, as well as a healthy amount of Hawkins supporters. And I don't think we're going to get a challenge. That looked awfully good, at least in real time. It was a pretty fast serve, so who knows, but no challenge, and Hawaii will keep this thing going. That's Palm, had to hang in the air for a moment. Now played back the other way. Kendra Ham, right down Kalakaua Avenue.
Kendra Ham improving her offense just as she planned. She had one good night of offense on the road, 3 great nights of defense. She wants to put the whole package together tonight, is my opinion.
Oh, the block was blanketing.
I don't know if you noticed, but when that set died toward the middle of the court, Kendra Ham pushed over Amber Igidi just a little bit there, which allowed Amber to get both hands on that block. And see how she's giving Kendra Ham some credit there?
5 total team blocks in this match for Hawaii. 4 for Amber Igidi individually. Edmonds on the serve. Oh, Hawkins has to chase down the set. Now a free ball coming over the net. Lang with options going backside. Ham! Oh, that had some authority behind it.
You know what I like about that shot? She saw the block was taking her across court, so she went right down the line. There's a Ham supporter.
A Ham slam. Is that a new one we're introducing here tonight?
Or Ham Bam.
Okay.
Or Ham Bam Slam. Take your pick.
Igidi with the save. Here's Wagner. That was interesting. You had Wagner who was basically following Igidi on the run-up.
Exactly. Great improvisation there.
Hawaii scored 5 straight. Timeout Bakersfield. Welcome back. This is the 7th meeting between these two programs. Hawaii leading the all-time series 6-0. Last meeting was last November 20th, 2022. Hawaii winning here at home in 3. Right now they are up 2-0 and up 12-6 in the 3rd. Good swing that time by Palm. Had a little extra sauce on it. Alexander wasn't able to conjure up the save. So
Palm seems to like that right side as much as she does the left.
She can hit from both sides. Remember, she was an opposite last year before basically making the transition to being the top outside hitter. High ball set to Wagner, cross court and in. Oh, she lit that one up.
Now they're getting off the 0-0-0 kill percentage number. This Florida State, you saw she had 12 kills there, hit 257. Again, a double-double with 10 digs.
And there's Dunning. And did she hit it out? Yes, no touch up front. And Hawaii has Bakersfield doubled up here in the 3rd. Largest lead of this 3rd set for the Rainbow Wahine. Remember, they took set 1 25-8. Bakersfield, give them credit, made it a much tougher fight in the 2nd set. They're right now in danger of Hawaii running away here in the 3rd. Good dig there on the Igidi swing. Hawkins going outside. It's Dunning, the tip shot, sniffed out by Ham. Middle set, Igidi off the block and out.
Notice Igidi's route that time she took. She was over for the dig. Then she had to reroute her path. Had very little jump. But watch her path here. She's out to block, then she goes the other direction, has one step, and a gather, and a swing.
Well, that's pretty amazing. I mean, you could just put an ISO camera on Amber Igidi. That would be pretty entertaining to watch. Just seeing her maneuvering around in that front row. Here's Wagner, and how about the assist? Added to the stat line for Amber.
Does it all.
4 straight points for Hawaii and a timeout coming from Cal State Bakersfield. Wahine in control here in the third. Diving save, Jackie Matias. Assist to AI. Welcome back again. This opening weekend in Big West play wraps up on Sunday for Hawaii. They'll host the CSUN Matadors. Early start time, so our coverage on Spectrum OC16 will get going at 3:30 p.m. Oh, one-on-one stuff again for Amber.
Well, Amber made a great side adjustment there. Just noticed that is that Brecklin that was hitting that one?
That was Bertani Matoyer.
Matoyer, yeah, and she just made a nice adjustment at the last second. Took away that cross court.
Outside, that's Dunning. And we're going to have a net violation. Going to go against Hawaii.
Amber Igidi, of all people. She can take the cape off now, I guess, huh?
By the way, attendance numbers. Tickets issued, 5,652. Through the turnstile, 4,496. Way out of system here. May have been an out ball played by Alexander, and then Hawkes is blocked, but it goes out. That looked like an overrule there by the R1, Randy Rubinall. I think the line judge may have pointed that that one landed in off the block, but Rubinall overruling it. And now Stella Adami will check back into the match. That's awfully close, but you see the line judge with the in signal.
Yep.
And in fact, I'm not sure if word got back to Giovanna Mello on what the replay looked like, but she now has issued a challenge for that last one, and she may have a beef.
These should be pretty easy to call. For the most part, the line calls are way easier than the touch calls.
Yeah, it looks like you caught a piece of the line there.
Yeah,
what say you, C-Mac?
It might have. That's a tough one. We like the zoom in there.
We are
the zoom in.
We are getting very high tech around here now.
Yeah, I think that's out. I don't think it caught any part of the line. I think Kevin Chun got that one right. But he was overruled by the R1. Rubinall.
Well, Rubinall ruled it out.
Right. Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see.
It looks like that's going to stay.
Michelle Hayes. These R2s, they earned their keep. They're going to reverse it. So a successful challenge there by Mello.
Roadrunners weekend challenge. They have one remaining.
And so it will be, instead of 18 serving 8, 9 serving 17 here in set 3.
Notice the man official used to go up before we had replays. They would go up and the R2 would be a local person. Now the local person goes up and the mainland person does all the replays.
That's set by Matias, was off the mark. And Hawkes wasn't able to chase it down. So a couple of consecutive points here for Bakersfield. 10 serving 17.
Grace Moss having a great night tonight. 13 digs so far. Leading everybody.
How about an ace added to her stat line? Grace Moss, who Giovanna Mello actually compares to Nene Hawkins, says they're very similar in terms of their work ethic as true freshmen, the energy that they bring to the program, even similar from a family perspective.
Exactly, both from military families where there obviously probably is a lot of discipline going on around the household. Is that fair to say?
That explains the work ethic, I'm sure, right?
There you go.
The Roadrunners trying to stay in the mix here in this third set, despite at the moment in set 3 hitting negative 050. Hawaii hitting 261. But this is not an insurmountable deficit that the runners are staring at.
Especially if Grace Moss gets on a run here with her serve. It's really tough serve. She hits it hard. It's got a lot of movement. It arrives to the passers in a hurry.
She has possibly been the toughest server so far tonight for Cal State Bakersfield.
Yeah, I would agree.
Some of the numbers being updated. Amber Igidi, 12 kills, 478 hitting percentage, has a handful of blocks. Caitlin Alexander still sitting on 9 kills, 9 digs, 1 away in each of those categories from a 6th straight double-double. Riley Wagner right after that with 5 kills. Kendra Ham with 4 kills and no errors. Paula Gershing, 3 kills and no errors. Kennedy Evans, 3 kills and no errors.
Hawaii hitting, as you said earlier, hitting 260 to negative 050 for the Roadrunners. That's a big difference.
So out of the timeout, it's Moss. Pass handled by Edmonds that time. Back set Wagner, and she hits it out. That's 5 straight points here by Bakersfield. And the complexion of this thing has changed in a hurry. And Matias has to chase it down. Hawkins got it at the last moment, so a free ball coming over the net. Big advantage for the runners now. Backside, the tip shot by Bakta is kept alive. Back row, it's Ademi. Dug up by Palm. Middle set, pulling, got it down. And Bakersfield within 4.
Great swing by Polly, hitting that deep corner, area 1. Almost hit the sideline and the back line simultaneously. Great shot.
Hawaii led by 10, seemingly just moments ago. 6-0 scoring run here for the Roadrunners. Oh, and that nearly caught that end line. Missed by a hair. Hawaii able to dodge a BB on that one for sure.
What a run, though, by Grace Moss. Almost single-handedly bringing her team back into this contest.
Yeah, the Roadrunners have been running, trying to get back into this third set. But now they're scrambling a little bit. Good bump set there just to center things. Hawaii on the attack. Igidi in the middle. That one crawls over the net. So Hawkins goes to the middle. It's pulling. Got it down. Had to hang for a moment. But at the last second, was able to record her 8th kill to lead the Roadrunners.
Beckham Pulling has been doing some really nice things. They've been having to go eyeball to eyeball against an All-American pretty much on every shot. And she's more than holding her own.
Teltova with the serve. Wagner from the back row, dug up over the net. Hawaii's going to have to play it. Matias goes middle to Igidi, pinballed around. And a free ball coming over at the last moment. Teltova able to keep it going. Here's Hakas, dug up over the net. Ademi couldn't get it down. And a net violation is the way that sequence is finally going to come to a close. It goes against Bakersfield. Hawaii gets the point. That one felt like it was going to go forever. And ironically, a net violation is the way it goes down, and it's Hawkins you saw coming into the twine. But give this Bakersfield team credit, C-Mac, putting up a fight after getting routed in the first set, 25-8. What a dig by Igidi. Run the slide. It's pulling, dug up by Wagner. Matias going right side. Hawkes. Oh, it got blocked back over. From set, Ademi. Through the block. Rattled around and returned, but hit long by Ava Palm.
Some scrappy defense on both sides of the net. I really thought that last ball on Bakersfield's side was going to go down. But they somehow kept it alive right there. And then just a little bit long by Palm.
So how about now 3 kills for Stella Ademi? As that serve goes wide. We mentioned Hawaii took the first set 25-8. That's actually the most lopsided set win for the Rainbow Wahine since they beat UC Davis back in October of 2021, 25-7 in the second set. And what was a sweep over the Aggies. And yet here's Bakersfield down by 5. This thing is not Powell yet by any stretch. Evans slowed down by pulling. Now pulling on the slide. She was pulling on that one.
She was, and kept pulling that rally. She slowed it down with her block, and then a nice step out maneuver. Drops down. He's having some kind of night. Ramping it up.
Psychology major, hopes to go into marriage and family counseling. And she has been keeping things together for sure on the Bakersfield side as best as possible. Meanwhile, Stella Ademi at it again. 4 kills, no errors. How you like number 1 here tonight?
She's got to be happy. She's been sitting around all year long, patiently waiting for her turn. And tonight, she's more than taking advantage of her turn tonight.
I think she's impressing her head coach, Robin Amome, to look back towards the bench like, okay, I see you, Stella. And an ace by Kate Lang. And now we're going to see for the first time, at least in this building, Jason Bamis, 6'1" redshirt sophomore from Spokane, a transfer from Clemson. This is her 3rd set officially here on her ledger. 15 starts last year for Clemson at middle blocker after redshirting in 2021. And that one was some fire off of the palm of Ava Palm.
Once again, solid swing by Ava Palm. Most of the night, though, she's been facing 2 blockers over there waiting for her, block, knowing that a lot of sets are going to go to Ava Palm.
Pulling into the twine there. So 23 serving 17. Now you would love to see a set going towards Bamis here. She does have 1 kill already recorded. Paula Gershing on the floor replacing Wagner.
I guarantee if it's a free ball pass, Bamis is going to get it.
She's got an arm. Talking about Jason Bamis. Outside. Oh, and that was just destroyed. Ava Palm with some angst behind it.
That looked like an angry hit. Where did that come from? Split block there. She took advantage of it, that's for sure. Great swing by Ava.
So here's Nene Hawkins, the Desjardins alum, with the jump serve into the twine, and it's aloha ball for Hawaii for the match. They will rise a little over 4,400. And Talia Edmonds to put Hawaii in the win column here in the opening night of Big West play. Floats it to the deep corner and wide, so they will remain standing, at least for another moment.
I think Talia wanted to play a little bit longer. It's too short a night for her.
Ava Palm getting ready to serve. It remains aloha ball. Under Igidi back on the floor for Hawaii. And that's an out serve, and that's how this thing comes to an end. Hawaii takes it in the 2023 Big West opener. Ekahi Elua Aloha against Cal State Bakersfield. 25-8, 20, and 19 to improve to 8-4 overall and 1-0 in the Big West Conference. Roadrunners fall to 5-9 and an even 1-1 here in this opening week of league play. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Let's check it out. For Cal State Bakersfield, Recklin pulling. Boy, was she tough tonight. 9 kills, hit 208, couple of blocks, couple of digs, a service ace. Really led the way for Bakersfield just to put up a fight in those last 2 sets. And for Hawaii, Kaylin Alexander, the double-double streak comes to an end, but she got awfully close. 9 kills, 9 digs, hit 261 with 2 blocks and a service ace. Amber Igidi, 12 kills, hit 440 with 5 digs and 5 blocks. Should also be acknowledged.
Yeah, and how about the way Hawaii played efficiently tonight? Hit 323, only 9 hitting errors all night long, and they held their opponents to 094. That's playing some good offense and playing some pretty good defense as well.
All right, well, Robin Amo is with Scott Robbs. Take it away, Scott.
Hey, thanks a lot, Kano. First off, Coach, it's nice not to see you rubbing your temples after a match. How do you feel?
I feel good. They did good. You know, we told them in there, like, just go out and do your job, mix your discipline at what you're doing from passing, setting, serving. I think our blocking a little bit timing-wise, but I thought they did good.
You told us yesterday that you were going to use a lot of players tonight. You wanted to see different matchups, different lineups. How do you think overall they did?
Hey, I think it's all C-Mac. C-Mac, I told him what you told me. I told him, I said, hey, your starters, you guys got to go out, you got to play hard so we can get everybody in, and they did.
All right, congratulations. We'll see you Sunday.
Thank you. Come by.
All right, guys.
Come by a little earlier. Remember, first serve just after 4. We will go on the air with our coverage on Spectrum OC16 at 3:30. So we look forward to that. But a successful opening night in the Big West for the Rainbow Wahine, and some quality playing time for some of the lesser experienced members of this roster. C-Mac, I'll give you the final word here.
So Robin got 12 players in tonight, and at significant times, not just in mop-up time, but they got the significant time that was meaningful. And I thought they all answered the call pretty much, from Gershing to Ademi to, pretty much all of them. Kendra Ham, I thought, really was one of the highlights of the night for me, because she turned around her inconsistent offensive performance last week into a very solid offensive performance tonight. 4 kills, no errors, hitting 444 to go along with 5 digs. But, her defense, you can't say much about it. She always gets in double figures usually. If she had played more tonight, she probably would have gotten in double figures. But that was really fun to watch. And it's always fun watching AI, isn't it? She puts on a show. She's worth the price of admission just by herself.
And shout out to Stella Ademi. Congratulations. First career kill, and then she added 3 more. 4 kills on 5 swings. No errors. Not too bad for your first official taste of college volleyball. That'll do it for us. Don't forget about the post-game show. But for now, for C-Mac, I'm Kano Alehi. Maui, we love you. Until next time, we bid you aloha from Manoa.
Highlights of the conference opener: Hawaii, Cal State, Bakersfield. We start off with Rainbow Wahine outside hitter Kaylin Alexander. She just continues to get better and better with every match tonight. 9 kills at 261 to go along with 9 digs. Hawaii, they used a lot of players off the bench. We start off with Hawkins right here. Hawkins had 1 kill on 4 swings, and then Paula Gershing, the German national over here from Youngstown State. She went in there. She had 3 kills. And then for the first time this year, we got a chance to see Stella Ademi, and she had 4 kills without an error, hitting 800, the freshman out of Nebraska. And of course, Amber Igidi doing Amber Igidi stuff, 12 kills on 25 swings, only 1 hitting error. So she hit 440 on the night. She had an assist, she had 5 digs, she had 5 blocks. Just another typical night at the office as Hawaii makes it 3 straight. Uno, dos, adios over Cal State Bakersfield.
From Spectrum Sports, it's the Hawaii Honda Dealers post-game show.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Scott, Lisa, Ryan. Hope Hawaii opens up conference play with a 3-set victory over Cal State Bakersfield. And what did you guys think of the match?
I just thought it was great to see 12 players played tonight, and to see Coach Robin Amo involve all those players. I think that was just a really great cohesive match, and I also think it was one of the better setting matches I've seen Kate Ling do as far as distribution, establishing her middles very early, which opened up the outsides.
I think what we are also seeing is just how much this team has grown from the earlier weeks to where they are now. One of the most significant things that I think I saw was just their ability to run in-system plays in transition. Oftentimes, on a perfect pass and serve receive, Hawaii is able to run maybe more of a slide or a three or a different type of play. And oftentimes in transition, they're forced to set a high by, which is transition is anything off of the dig. And so when Hawaii was digging balls, it was more to target. They were running slides. They were moving players around. They ran pipes in system. It wasn't sort of an out-of-system play. So I think they're getting much more comfortable in the overall offense.
All right, let's take a look at the overall, or the final stats from this one here tonight. Hawaii winning in 3, and there you see the numbers. Hawaii hitting 323 to 094 for CSU Bakersfield. What are some of the other numbers, Ryan, that stick out to you?
Well, yeah, the hitting percentage has to at 323 because this is a Hawaii team that has been struggling to really hit over 200 at times. And so they were efficient there, minimizing their errors, continuing to do well from in the backcourt digging as well. But 3 aces to 7 errors is a great ratio overall.
Yeah, Hawaii was 6 blocks. That equals 2 blocks per set. That's pretty good. Yeah. Robin says she wasn't real happy with the blocking, but I actually thought they did a good job of touching a lot of those hits.
Yeah, and you only get credit when you block for the point. So you touch a ball, you don't get credit for that. They slowed a lot of balls down in their transition game. Really did look nice. I have to agree with you, Ryan. The other part of that is that Caitlin Alexander staying in on that 6th rotation, playing defense and being able to attack out of the backcourt, as well as Kendra Ham being able to attack out of the backcourt. There were just a lot more options.
I think one of the things that we also saw is that double sub. This is something that we said could potentially become a system for Hawaii down the line because we knew coming into the season that they had some bangers on the outside. And so if Gershon continues to develop and improve, and if Kendra Ham's doing well, and then you have Hawkes, who's maybe on or off the court, the double sub is something that we could see more often.
And with that double sub, it brings in Jackie Matias. So they changed from a 5-1 where Kate Lang is the only setter on the court to where you have Jackie Matias, the redshirt freshman, who I thought also did an excellent job. She's served tough, she's got great defense, and she's not afraid to run her offense at all.
We saw a number of players. You mentioned 12, and Robin told us yesterday, I'm going to use a lot of players. I want to see. It's kind of interesting because during the non-conference, she hardly ever subbed out anybody. It's like the non-conference actually is maybe a little more tougher, or was more challenging than at least the beginning of the Big West.
Well, yeah, definitely. And I think these teams allow Robin the flexibility to do that. But I think more than just the experience, I think just this will help the team chemistry. It is difficult. I've been in the coaching staff. Beyond just coaching X and O's, it's almost at times like you're a counselor to a lot of these players. Because if you think about it, these players that are sitting on the bench, they wake up every morning for weights. They go just as hard in the practice gym. And oftentimes they don't get to see this court at all. And so it can get pretty deflating when you're just standing there the whole time. And so by putting them in the game, it really just boosts the overall team morale. We saw the celebrations from the bench when their players, bench players got in. And so I think this will help the team overall.
I agree. And Robin did say when we talked with her earlier in the week that she was really wanting to get more players in. She said, my door's been knocked on so much. These players are wondering what can they do to get in. And she really took a long, hard look at that and said, I'm going to, if I can, if the A squad gets her stuff together with a little help from Chris McLaughlin, then if they work hard and they get things going, then I am going to sub a lot more freely. And we saw it.
Yep, she did it. She held her word, and everybody, I thought, that came off the bench played pretty well here tonight as Hawaii makes it a straight set victory over Cal State Bakersfield. We'll take a break. Don't go anywhere because one of those members of the Rainbow Wahine that helped UH to the victory will join us here in the corner.
Welcome back to the Hawaii Honda Dealers post-game show.
Back in Simplify Arena, Stan Sheriff Center. There you see the numbers. Hawaii winning in 3 over Cal State Bakersfield. There you see Kendra Ham with one of her 4 kills, hit 444 on the night, had 5 digs, had a block, did a little bit of everything like she usually does. She joins us now in the corner. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, this is 4 matches in a row that you've gotten to start on the right side. I'm just curious, let's go back to last week in Texas. Did you know ahead of time before that match against TCU that you were going to get the start?
It's always a little bit of a surprise, but kind of in practice leading up to it, we try and kind of get the flow going with all the girls on the court. So a little bit, but you never know.
And you know, you've been biding your time, you know, just working hard. It must feel good though to be able to get this opportunity, and you're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, stay patient. It'll come.
So what I want to know is, you come back to Hawaii, you play in the arena here, and you get the start tonight. Were you nervous?
No, we've been here before. I mean, you always have nerves, but I mean, at the same time, you go out there, we practice every day, so it's just do what you always do.
You know, you've been here for a few years now, one of the leaders of this team, and every year there seems to be just a different type of personality and a different type of flow. How would you describe the overall personality with this team compared to years past?
Ooh, I just think we have a really fun group of girls, so going out there, we try and say every game, like, let's just have fun with it, and I think, I mean, past few games it's kind of shown, like, we're just having fun. I think a lot of people got to play tonight, which is awesome, and everyone went out there and did really well. So
yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because we were talking about the fact that you know, everybody goes to practice every day and everybody works hard. How fun was it for you guys, the starters, to see some of those players get rewarded?
That's awesome. I mean, a couple of the girls got their first collegiate kills, which, I mean, I remember back to my first one, which I got on a net, but that doesn't matter. But it's just such a good feeling, and so I hope all those girls will remember that. For
how about Stella? Her first kill as a collegiate is on that incredible dig.
Yeah, hey,
big kill.
Every day we say, just stay in the play. You never know, one of those, you know, bing plays. So that was awesome for her.
Talk a little bit about your experience here in Hawaii after you came down and you transferred from Cal Poly, and you've been here, like Ryan said, for a few years. What are you enjoying the most about playing here in the islands and for your age?
I think just the atmosphere. I mean, we have such a good fan base, and it's just awesome to go out there and represent the community and do what we do in front of such an amazing, all our fans are they're so cool.
I just got to ask you, position-wise, you know, you're obviously on the opposite right side, but we know that you've also played some left. For you, does it really matter? Are you more comfortable on one side over the other? We also saw last season you played a lot of right-back defense. What side or what position do you feel most comfortable in?
Whatever will get me on the court.
Good answer.
That's a very good answer.
Anything.
All right, before we go, you're from San Diego, so it's not that late back on the West Coast yet. You got any hellos to anybody? Want to give a shout out to anybody?
If my parents are still awake, they're probably already asleep, but hi Mom, hi Dad, hi Kevin, and Joe if you're still watching.
Well, congratulations. Terrific effort. 4 matches in a row. I'm sure you'll get to start again on Sunday. And more importantly, you guys get your first win in the first match of conference season.
Thank you.
Kendra Ham, our guest here in the corner. Hawaii wins in 3 over Cal State Bakersfield. We'll come back and have more from the corner.